To this day.
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 What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder, his ex-fiancée, Telly Swift, and let me counterpunch. Get this. NFL star spotted loved up with Deontay Wilder's ex-fiancée months after she accused boxer of domestic abuse. Okay. And ex-fiancée Telly Swift appears to have found love again after she is spotted in Los Angeles with Rams safety John Johnson III. Telly, who spent close to a decade with the heavyweight boxer Deontay before accusing him of domestic abuse last year, was seen holding hands with Johnson as they left court in downtown LA amid the legal battle with her ex. It's unclear when their romance began, yet the Wag's Atlanta star shared photos of herself watching a Rams game at Sophie Stadium back in December of 2023. 6 months later, she successfully took out a restraining order against Wilder, whom she claims abused her on multiple occasions over a 6-year period starting in 2018. The former WBC heavyweight champion was subsequently ordered to remain at least 100 yards away from his ex-fiancée and his 6-year-old daughter they share, until both parties first appeared in court in June of last year. In her application for the restraining order, Swift accused Wilder of choking her at least 5 times and all this, that, and the other, okay? And we're not going to go through that. Let me counterpunch, okay? How do I feel about it? Well, I think that, eventually people are going to move on if she didn't move on back then. Right? I mean, she's a very attractive woman. So that means, somebody's going to be interested in a very attractive woman. That's just the nature of the world. So I don't think that that's an issue at all. I know what this Oliver Salt, I know what he meant by the question he was asking. It's unclear when their romance began, okay? Because the Wags Atlanta star shared photos of herself watching a Rams game at Sophie Stadium back in 2023. Well, I know what he was going with that. And this is an issue that I would have that raised, my alertness. When did it start? Because a lot of times, man, they call it is it monkey branching? They call it monkey branching, where you're interested in one person and you're still with someone else. So until you know that final swing is going to keep you stable, you can let go of that other branch and grab hold of the other branch. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's not, and it is nothing that has nothing personally to do with her or whatnot, but people do that, and that shit has happened to me. So I know how that would be and how that comes off because, it is coincidental that, I was checking out a game, the Rams game, then all of a sudden I'm with them in 23, meaning 2023, though, you were also in Saudi Arabia, with Deontay Wilder. But needless to say, Deontay Wilder was with someone totally different when he came to the Fight Zang. Okay, I was like, that ain't Telly Swift. So, it just lets you know that, hey, they've both moved on, And what happened, I think, Telly gets a lot of flack because people didn't know what was going on when it was going on. See, the stuff that happened with her and Deontay, him going through the emails and the things that she said he did already happened, claimed by her. Then people are just finding out like, oh man, you cheated on Wilder because Wilder went through his stuff and seen some stuff that he probably shouldn't have, and he wouldn't have if he wouldn't have looked through the stuff. If you go looking, you're going to find something, especially if you suspect that to happen. It's just what, your mind is, searching for answers, so the answers that you think you're going to get, you're going to think you're going to receive, if that makes sense to people. But nonetheless, besides that, this is pretty typical in these days, with Wilder and Telly Swift breaking up, then Telly Swift then with someone else. It happens. I mean, people move on. Wilder has seemed to move on, and so has she, But, if there's any evidence of her in any type of foul play, remember, she wasn't married to Wilder. She just had a kid with him. And fiancés doesn't really mean much until it actually happens. But you guys tell me what you think of Telly Swift found with her newfound love interest, John Johnson III. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!